Hi kids, I've got a story to share with you today. It's called Where's Whitney, and it's written by Debbie and Michael W. Smith, and it's illustrated by Bridget Starr Taylor, and I'm reading with permission from the HarperCollins Christian Publishing Company. This used to be one of my daughter's favorite books when she was younger. Has anyone seen Whitney? Dad called from the kitchen. Need to show you guys the picture as well. The Smith family was getting ready to leave for their beach vacation. The luggage was packed, waiting to be loaded. The van was packed in the driveway, full of coloring books, drinks, and snacks for the long trip. The hamster slept peacefully at a neighbor's house. Everything was ready. Everyone was ready, except Whitney. Where is Whitney? I haven't seen her, Dad, 7-year-old Ryan called from the den. I don't know where she is, Mom said, picking up baby Anna from her crib. Not here, little Tyler said. Dad searched the house while everyone got settled into the van. Finally, behind her closed closet door, he found Whitney. Sorry, Daddy, she grinned up at him. I was just playing with my dolls. Okay, Whit, Dad said, as patiently as he could. But next time, you really need to pay attention. You don't want to miss our vacation, do you? No way! Whitney jumped to her feet, and in no time, the family was on their way to the beach. The week in the big vacation house flew by. Cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents splashed in the salty waves and built huge sandcastles. Whitney loved to pretend she was a princess in the sandy castle. She dreamed of long gowns and carriage rides and knights who slayed terrible dragons. Sometimes she didn't even hear her name called for lunch. But that was okay. It was vacation time. The best family vacation ever. At dinner one evening, Dad made a suggestion. How about going to Kids World? Yay, the children shouted. I want to ride the Ferris wheel, Cousin Jonathan shouted. I want to ride the boats, Cousin Jennifer squealed. Me ride, Tyler jumped up and down. Will they have rides for old folks like me? Great-Grandpa Boot Pop asked. Whitney just grinned. At Kids World, the cousins, aunts, uncles, and grandparents piled out of the two vans. The children didn't miss a single thing. The older kids loved the roller coasters and the bumper cars, and even the toddlers squealed excitedly on the carousel. The day passed too quickly, and soon it was time to go home. We need to put the babies to bed, Aunt Pam said. Besides, Uncle Mark put in, the park will be closing soon. But one more thing caught Whitney's eye. Dragons, she cried. Where? Dad asked, and he turned to see. Sure enough, 2 giant plastic dragons watched over the exit gate. May we play on them? Whitney asked. Okay, but you'll have to hurry, Mom said. We need to go back to the house. There they are playing on the dragons. The children climbed onto the dragons and jumped inside. Roar! I am a brave and fearless knight. Watch out, there's fire coming from his nose. Scraping her knees a bit, Whitney crawled deep into the tail of the dragon. The tail was a perfect fit. Whitney hugged her knees and pretended she was a prisoner in the dragon's cave. She had to be very quiet so she wouldn't awaken him. Shh. Finally, feeling cramped and achy, she scrambled out. She hopped out of the plastic dragon and looked around. Where had everyone gone? Her heart stood still. If only she had paid attention. Now, what would she do? If you ever get lost, her mother had said, look for someone safe and ask for help. Her eyes searched the large parking lot. Then she saw a mother with 2 kids. She hurried over to the woman and tugged on her skirt. I'm lost, she said. Soon, Whitney was safe inside the ticket booth, slurping a grape slushie while she waited for her mom and dad to come and get her. Back at the beach house, the babies were changed, the crab nets were found, and the older cousins and uncles headed to the beach. After a little while, Dad stopped chasing crabs and squinted into the darkness, counting heads. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, something's wrong. Where's Whitney? Has anyone seen Whitney? Not me, said Brother Ryan, swinging his crab net high into the dark sky. I haven't seen her, said Great-Grandpa Boompah from his chair on the deck. I thought she came back in the other van, Mom said, rocking Anna in her arms. Wah, cried baby cousin Joshua. The family gathered in the kitchen to make a big, scary discovery. They had left Whitney at Kids World, and it was closing time. Mom and I will go back to look for her, Dad said with a worried frown on his face. The rest of you stay here and pray. Mom and Dad drove as fast as they dared, praying all the way. Dear God, please protect our little girl and help her find someone to help her, Mom said. But most of all, please don't let her be afraid. Finally, Mom and Dad pulled into the parking lot at Kids World. It was nearly empty, and the lights were blinking off. Where was Whitney? They checked the Ferris wheel. The huge ride looked like a big, great dark monster against the night sky. They hurried to the plastic dragons, now looking like hungry beasts, their mouths open and snarling. Then they noticed a small group of people standing by the ticket booth. Could it be? There she is. Dad ran over to see. There, holding the hand of a man in a Kids World uniform, was a small, blonde-haired girl. Whitney! Dad scooped her up in his arms, laughing and crying at the same time. Mom held on to them both and buried her face in Whitney's ponytails. I'm sorry, Daddy, Whitney cried. I wasn't paying attention. It's okay, Whit, Dad said, hugging her tightly. It's okay. Back with the whole family at the beach house. Whitney got lots of hugs and kisses. Dad told the story of what had happened, and when everyone had calmed down, Great-Grandpa Boompah prayed. Dear Lord, you are our protector and strength, he said. Thank you for keeping Whitney safe and free from fear. The last page. After the prayer, there was one more thing the family wanted to know. Hey, Whitney, Ryan asked, what's that purple stuff on your mouth? Whitney didn't say a single word. She just licked her lips and grinned. What a nice book. I'll read you another one next week. Bye for now.